The Ultramarines' fleet was in disarray. The unexpected loss of over half of their fleet to the uncontrolled warp jump, thanks to the hijacking at the hands of the Men of Iron, with the combined arrival of the Death Guard fleet and assaults at the hands of the Rogue Wolves, resulted in many of the Ultramarine ships breaking rank, some even retreating away from the battle. Ahriman saw this as the perfect opportunity. He ordered for the boarding torpedoes to be filled with 1,000 Suns assault troops and launched at the remaining Ultramarine ships. Ahriman and the remaining librarians of the Legion would use their powers to guide them directly into the very bridges of the ships to take them out in swift strikes. As the torpedoes launched, the Death Guard and Word-Bearers joined in the counter-assault. Lorgar punched the air in preemptive triumph. The battle was turning in their favour. On Terra, the Loyalist Ultramarines battled to save the civilian population from the unnatural hungers of the Blood Angels. Aeonid Thiel swung his power sword against the master-crafted blade and carmine of Sanguinius. The perverse Primarch effortlessly blocking and parrying the blows with one hand, smiling and laughing like a petulant child. He wasn't even trying to defend himself. He was finding himself quite entertained at the spectacle of a lesser being even thinking he could challenge a Primarch. Thiel knew that if Sanguinius actually tried to do so, he could easily break him in half, but carried on regardless. Lionel Johnson watched from a distance. He turned his gaze back to the Imperial Palace and began to hear the chatter of the communications feed of panic from the forces in Orbis. He began to reconsider his choice in joining the War Master, thinking of who to side with and how he would cover up his treachery. Perturabo and the Mournival continued their command of the defense of the Imperial Palace. Perturabo watched as the traitors began to start breaking through the gates. Whatever the Emperor's plan was, he hoped it would work. Ezekiel Abaddon and the Lunar Wolves' First Company fought along the battlements as the traitors' assault troops began scaling the walls. Abaddon singled out the Imperial Fist's first captain, Sigismund, who led the assault. Abaddon gripped his power sword tight and bellowed a challenge to the so-called Black Knight. Sigismund lowered his blade to Abaddon, accepting the challenge, and in the swirling chaos of the melee, the two captains marched towards one another. Like knights of ancient legend, the two captains rained blow after blow after blow onto one another, as their great blades, each strike leading to a block, to a sweep, to a sidestep. Sigismund was good. He was very good. But Abaddon had the righteous blessing of the Emperor himself behind him. After several minutes of intense dueling, Abaddon impaled the Imperial Fist's captain before casting his body back over the walls with a sweep of his lightning claw. Abaddon looked around, searching for the next being to challenge the Emperor's champion.